Hello and welcome to What Time Watch Time. Today I'm looking at my Pebble 401, or also known as the Pebble Steel 401B. I've been using this now for around 2 weeks, and this is literally the watch I use every day at the moment. So I thought, obviously, because Pebble went, well, they've gone a couple of years ago. Sorry about the box. That's how I got it. I'll talk about why in a minute. Yeah, obviously Pebble's gone as a company a couple of years ago. So I thought, well, why not try one out now? Are they still working? Are they still viable? So I thought, well, let's make a little video about that and show people what you get and if they are still a viable watch or smartwatch in 2018. I got mine second hand. It had a screen tearing issue. As you can see at the moment, it doesn't, but they do suffer with screen tearing, unfortunately. It's quite an easy, simple fix. I can do a video on that if people want me to. So in the box you get all your information, your warranties, sort of guides, and your startup guide as well. Quite simple box. Ooh. Like I say, because it was like second-hand used one, my box has got damaged, unfortunately. I mean, it's not too bad, but it is a little bit annoying. I prefer if it wasn't like that, but never mind. You also get a charger. It's got like a 2-pin magnetic charger which sticks on the side like so. Very secure, hold the watch and everything, so not bad. Simple USB. So on the box you obviously got a picture of the watch itself. Mine's also got the leather band. They do come in silver. Mine's the black one. They do come in silver, which is a 401S, and you can get a black metal band and you can get a silver metal band as well. So the box itself just shows you, obviously runs on Android, runs on iPhones, iOS. It's got your texts and your emails, your calls, and everything else. Very simple box. Nothing really to talk about there. Put that in the background, shall we? Let's make it look a bit nice. Right. So the watch itself, it's obviously full steel. Very, very nice. Very well made, including the back. Steel on there. It's got a 580M, so 50 meters water resistant. Obviously it's got a leather band, so I personally won't be using it in the water. If you've got the steel band, then yeah, general swimming, showering, that type of thing is fine, but personally I don't think you should put a leather band in the water. It's got all your information on the back there. Obviously this isn't a Kickstarter edition or anything like that. It's got a Pebble written on the strap, genuine leather on that side. So, and the strap is very, very nice. You'll notice here on the lugs that it's got its own stupid bloody design, and that was such a dumb. I guess Pebble were thinking, we'll make our own lugs, and then if it's successful, we'll do that for the rest of the watches, and then everyone will have to then buy our watch, and then, or not have to, but they'll buy a watch, and they'll have to buy our own straps, until obviously the Chinese probably come along and do it themselves. There are aftermarket ones you can get. They generally tend to be, I mean, there are some nicer ones, but there's a lot of fake leather ones, which I think, this was like over £200 when it first came out. You don't want to be putting a fake leather strap on there. You can get ones on Amazon and things which are actual real leather, and they tend to go for only about £12, which isn't too bad. Again, you can get the metal ones, which again they're about £12-13 for a metal strap, which will be my next port of call with this. There were adapters made, so they actually fit in here in the actual gaps through the pin and come out, and then you could fit a standard sort of 22mm strap. I believe it was 22mm on there, but they are rare. I have not been able to get hold of one, unfortunately. On the strap here, you probably can't really see it too well. If I can get the light right there, it says Pebble on there. We can zoom at the right, there we go, focus it. So it says Pebble. So that's a nice little touch on there. So you got on the actual, or the watch itself, you got a back button on here. That's your charging port. On this side we've got 3 buttons as well, so a down and up and a select in the middle. And obviously you've got your always on display, very clear. You can see this during the day, sunlight can be beaming straight down on it, and you can see it, which is something I really wanted from a smartwatch. The battery life on this, I can get a bit noisy. I live in the countryside, so there's lots of like tractors. Sorry. I can get about 5 days out of this with no problem. To be honest with you, I tend to charge it after 4, just because I don't like seeing the battery indicator hitting like 30% on the last day. I just panic. So I tend to charge it every 4 days. But to be honest, I could get 5 out of it. So on the watch itself, you can change all how this looks. You can change the, if you wanted your notifications to be further down, you can do that. I tend to have it how it is. So you got your notifications, which obviously you download an app. You can download a Pebble app, and then I downloaded another notifications app because I was struggling with the Pebble app not sending through notifications every now and then. Probably after an hour or two, it would just stop, and it was just getting really frustrating. So I had a look online, did a little bit of research, found out the best one, and I downloaded this other app, and that has worked flawlessly every time. And you can really fine tune what you want it to be sending through and not. So that's quite useful. You can have a look online and see, or I might even leave a link in the description. The one I use and have been for the last few weeks. So you've got your settings at the top here. I'll actually keep it on the screen. So you can turn your Bluetooth on and off. You can set up your notifications, text size, and that type of thing as well. You can have a quiet time. So mine's set between midnight and 6 a.m. So I don't get any notifications, because I wear this when I'm asleep, because it's got a sleep monitor app on there. And that does basically stop all notifications. So it's good. You can select background apps, which I'll show you in a minute as well. I've got Misfit. That's basically, so Misfit one that does my sleep and my steps and things. Quick launch, I'll show you that in a second. Or you can change your date and time and your display, so you can have it in different languages. You can have your backlight if you want it to come on or not. You got your motion, so that's motion for your backlight. Obviously it's always on display, so it's not like it goes black and then you flip it and it turns on. It's always on. You got your ambient sensor, so that'll automatically put the backlight on or off. You can change your intensity of the backlight from low up to blinding. I have it on high personally. Probably don't need it on high. Actually, I'm probably going to put it on medium. That will obviously help the battery a little bit, and a timeout for your backlight as well. So 3, 5, and 8. So nice and simple on there. Your systems, you've got information, you've got standby mode. So you can turn that on if you don't want to be using it. You can shut it down and do a factory reset. So not too much to see on there. This is a very simple watch. It's not like these new Android ones where you download loads of games, and it's very simple, which is what I wanted from a smartwatch personally. Saying that, I have got a game on there. Well, I say a game, it's just it's just runs there in the background all the time. But there are different games. You can get like Space Invaders, you can get like a Tetris game, and all sorts of things like that. You got a compass, which you need to recalibrate. But yeah, you can. These are all apps you can download through the Pebble app on your phone. You can download obviously different watch faces. Now I'm not connected to my phone at the moment, so it's not really. I don't know. It might show you. Let's have a look. You got Pokemon ones. You can make your own. You got Mario. Is it going to work? No, it's not connected. But you got ones that come with it at the beginning. So that's your standard one. But I tend to use. Phone now. Hang on. Sorry about that. Right, sales calls. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so you can download a load of different watch faces. I tend to use ones like this. So this has got the temperature. It shows you it's cloudy and sunny at the same time. It tells me my battery. Tells me it's a Tuesday, 10:37, and it's the 24th of July 2018. But there are loads. You can have like your analog looking ones. They tend to use it. Well, you can find the analog ones. What I will say, if you get one, turn the second hand off. Find one that you can turn the second hand off, because these screens are not really made to constantly refresh. So this screen here will refresh once every minute. So when it gets to 10:38, boom, it'll refresh. It'll refresh every 15 minutes to check the temperature. So the watch will check the temperature on my phone. If it changes, it will refresh in 15 minutes. So literally every hour it refreshes a total of 64 times, and that's it. If you have one with a like the analog display and it's got a second hand on it, there you go, just did it, but it's got an analog, the analog display, and it's got a second hand which is ticking every second, that's refreshing 60 times a minute. So over the hour, I mean, it's just, this refreshes 64 times an hour. And that's how you get your battery life, basically. The faces that constantly refresh will drain your battery a lot quicker. You still probably get 3 days out of it, but it's not designed to be. It's not that kind of screen. But anyway, so what else we got on here? We got the weather. So you can have all these different apps. You've got alarms, they work fine. You've got a stopwatch, that all works fine. Very simple. Timer, you can control. So if you've got music going on your phone, got it in your pocket, you've got your headphones in, you can actually control up, down. You can change the track, change the volume, change everything on there, pause it as well. And then I've got my Misfit's the one that tracks my sleep and my walking and things. So there's a quick menu function, quick launch, which use these up and down button. Try again, up and down button. So you hold up, and you can add anything onto these. You can customize it. So if you wanted it to be, notifications, if you wanted it to be settings, if you wanted it to be an app that you use, you can actually put it onto holding up or down. And this basically shows me all my sleep and everything on there. And then if I hold down, it shows me my weather. So it'll give me a 5-day. Well, it's not going to do it because I'm not connected to the phone. But yeah, and so you can change all those as well. So using it in 2018, because obviously these came out 4 years ago, 2014, I believe. I've not had any problems. Obviously, Pebble's gone. The app will only, because obviously it's been bought by Fitbit, they've stopped now, officially stopped in June, I think end of June, updating the app. But I've got a feeling there's so many people like myself who have a genuine love for these watches that you'll find, obviously not probably through Google, but the notification systems and things like that will still work. People are going to still update the third party ones. The Pebble app itself is obviously going to go, but you might find that people are going to make their own, that you have to download the actual APK through a website and everything else. So I'm not too worried about it at the moment. It's a lovely looking watch, really well made, very well made. It's got Gorilla Glass as well, so it doesn't scratch. Like I say, I paid £25 for mine. No, 27. That included delivery. Sorry, £27 because it had the screen tearing issue, which I can show you how to fix if people are interested in seeing that. But I've obviously been wearing it. It was basically brand new, apart from the box having that little bit of issue on the side where it was ripped. But other than that, it was like a new watch. There's no marks on this whatsoever. It is brand new. To get one in this condition, a brand new one in box, I'd expect to pay £60 to £70 for. A sealed one, probably 80, 85, 90. If it was completely factory sealed, the actual box and everything. A used one, you want to be paying, if it's in good condition without screen tearing issue and things like that. That's one thing you have to be careful of when you buy one. If you buy it on eBay, ask them, has it got screen tearing? Because that's the biggest problem with these. Screen tearing. It's an easy fix, but you don't want to be paying £50, £60 for one that you think's brilliant and 100% when you could be just getting one that's got screen tearing, which you could pick up. Like I say, this was 27 quid. So yeah, that's one thing you want to be asking, is it got screen tearing? But 2018, it still works really well. Definitely recommend these. If you can get it at a good price, then yeah, definitely get one. The other one I will be showing is a 301. I've got the video on that as well. So that is like the previous one. That's the first. The 301 is the classic. That's the first one, and that's an all plastic or polycarbonate, not steel. But yeah, I definitely recommend these if you want a nice, simple, easy to read smartwatch. It hasn't got a speaker, hasn't got a microphone. It's just notifications and everything else. Then this is definitely something you want to be looking at. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.